Now it's the third episode of the BK Lounge coming at you. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to take a little MMA diversion quick because I got to talk about tonight because it's Friday right now, but you'll hear this on Saturday. UFC 220. I'm not going to stay on this long, but I just got to get this out of the way. The main event is Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. That's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight in history, and it's going to be a brawl, but I don't know. I don't have any opinions, but it's going to be huge. I can't wait. That's just so exciting. I just watched a video right before this. I took a pregame drink, piss, and MMA video right before this, and all engines are firing. I've tried to stay away from the list, but you know what? I've gotten so fond of the topics that I kind of have to. And, actually, we've even upgraded technology. Say hi.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Good times. On the list, though, actually, the thing about the list, though, is I after each podcast, I kind of do a new list for every week. So, like, as I'm going, I need to take better notes, because I'll just jot shit down, and now I have no clue what it means. I'll just give you my first two, because I don't think I'm going to talk about them. Maybe they'll get my head going, but the top two are Jared Fogle and Elephant Man. I have no clue what I was thinking about. Not a goddamn... Actually, you know what? I do know what I was thinking about with Jared. For someone who got famous off of being fit, I mean, we'll put him fucking kids to the side for a second. For someone who got fit, and that's what they got their money from, he's pretty fucking fat. That's kind of like spitting in the face of everybody else. I mean, it was Subway. It's like Ronald McDonald saying he's a entertainer or something. Burger King saying he's actually royalty. Shout out to the BK Lounge. Oh. Okay, I actually do have a topic that I think it's personally funny. I've never seen it, so it's just the scenario in my head that's been played out. Trans people, gender, just whatever you want to, whatever nicknames, I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're mythical creatures anyways. I just love the thought that, like, they have to go through a process. It's like, I'm a man right now, but you wait. Just you wait. Give me 10 seconds. I have to put the makeup on. I have to get the wig just right. Because I was looking at a video of, like, it was a discussion. Like a little round circle. Actually, I know the names. Ben Shapiro and I think Zoe's... what was her name? If you look up Zoe and Ben Shapiro, and I'm sure most of you have seen this already because it's kind of old. But he's talking to her. Him thing. I mean, you know, like the Caitlyn Jenner Jr.'s. Is it still Junior? If it's named after? No. What's the junior version of females? I don't know. I don't think there's ever been a thing, right? Is it the second? Yeah, but you can't keep count of them. No, it doesn't matter. But he's just talking, and he asks a question. It's like he's basically telling a dog it has a tail. You know what I mean? And it's not a boxer with like the short cut off tail with the nub. It's a Malamute. You know what I mean? Like it's a husky. It's got a big old flappy tail. And it's so like, he grips. I'm sorry.
Surprise, motherfucker.
She grips him up. And I can't even keep the pronouns straight. Just thinking about like it's almost like 3 people were involved, but it was just 2. And she said, you're going to go home in an ambulance, which is impossible, but that's fantastic. That's just prime material. Grabbing somebody on the neck on TV and not getting in trouble. It's kind of amazing. I'm afraid to. I don't know. Like, I'd be afraid of anything, especially on camera. I just don't. I don't want these problems that like hitting someone or touching someone comes with. Just because social media is a thing, it's just too easy to get someone in trouble. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of a strong tone to start this. Wow, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you guys through this. But I've been since high school, I've been into the meme world. You know what I mean? I think that's a good source for alternative kind of comedy, if that's what I call it. But there's been a you laugh, you lose trend. Some of these videos are god awful, and they'll do like compilations. Every week they'll just recycle. Hold on, I'm dropping my chair. All right. I felt like Darth Vader. But like they do like compilations, and they'll just cycle the same videos, and oh my god. Almost all right. This Ugandan Knuckles and Sonic. It's kind of 10 out of 10 retarded. I can't take it. It's so autistic. I can't even look. It's like I'm looking into the sun, and I can't look away. But I am looking away, and I'm absolutely avoiding it because it's been brutal. Thinking about all these. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep looking at these sound effects. I keep wanting to drop all of them. I'm gonna do an air horn. Ready? Sorry about that. I hope that wasn't too loud. You're probably alright though. You'll make it. We're all adults here. I don't think I've ever given that warning. What is the demographic this is going out to? You know. Probably not the brightest. That's my guess. Just that's the demographic, not the brightest. What was that? Sound like someone hit a steel drum. Like, what is that? Men at Work. Ding, 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 ding. That's a good time. You want to get the party started? I saw a list of songs that just get white people turned. And, like, that has to be one of them. I might just look it up. Because I might have to just rattle some off. They're fantastic. The one of them I got to like Come On Eileen. That was like the 5th one, and I already knew it was heat because if I'm getting to the 5th one, and I already agree, then I couldn't even look at the rest. It was like 50 songs. It was amazing. Wow, I'm gonna have to actually do some research for this one. Is this really? Uh-oh. I really can't find it. That's too much, because I need it. I need this list, because I might even just use the list. Oh, okay. Let me just read some off. Come On Eileen was 4. I got to 4 out of... out of 36. I got to 4 out of 36, and I had to walk away. It was too accurate. I don't even know if I can just say these off. Like, they're so ingrained in cracker DNA that it's almost like it's the same song. Oh my god! Like I say the lyrics in my head, and I already get a verse. Number 1. No rank, by the way. Deservedly, because how can you rank any of these? Number 1 is Don't Stop Believin'. That was played at my prom, and that got everyone turned. So I'll just give that one up to I have to chalk that one up to just getting into our primal monkey state where we just can't help it. We can't help but know this is a jam. Don't Stop Believin'. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'll personally testify that one. That's one of my favorite rides home from a football game was, I'm not going to name the team because we trashed them. Very rare for the high school I went to where we would trash them, but this was one. And the bus ride home, we did Bohemian Rhapsody a cappella. I don't know. I might have started it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Because the best is not everybody knew the lyrics at the right time, so it could have worked perfectly. Where if you know the song, and if you don't, it's Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Pause it, come back after you listen. Okay, good. You've done it. Done your research. There's multiple layers. It's Freddie Mercury and some of the other band for other vocals, but it's like almost segmented in different parts of songs, which makes it one of the most kick-ass songs in history. And there's so many layers to it, and people forget things. So like, it was almost like how it was recorded. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm also mid conversation with a vegetarian animal nut. It's kind of not a bad way, but they're nuts about it because it's not logical. It's sometimes these people. What are you talking about? They don't want to. They think because we hunt, we don't have empathy. It's like animals are the worst. Sorry to get off track, but animals are the worst thing to happen to animals since diseases, because all they do is just kill each other. Well, they'll eat each other alive, sometimes butthole first. It's raw. It's raw, and they do it. And it's just I don't agree with factory farming. That's disgusting. But it's just, but when if a hunter would the shot kill instantly. I don't even know what I was talking about. That just got me so off track. Jeez Louise. I'm sorry. That's absolutely ridiculous. People have empathy, and that's why we're bad about killing animals. The animals don't even have that. The reason people are vegetarians is because everybody had that you don't want this to suffer, and that's why we put it out of their misery. But bears have that shit. Kill a deer, monkeys will literally their prey, even other monkeys, alive while they're eating them, just because it's funny. Like, how sadistic is that shit? It's absolutely ridiculous, but all right. Back to the white people music. So Bohemian Rhapsody was 2. I don't even know where I left off with that, but I'm just gonna skip it. So I'm only going to get 10. I don't know, because these are all F-I-R-E. Number 3, Living on a Prayer. Wow, I just noticed something, and I'm going to give that shout out when I get to the number, but Living on a Prayer, just remember that. Great New Jersey song. A lot of Hairspray was made during that song. A lot of, jazzercising ankle warmers. That's a time. Number 4, Come On Eileen. And you guys, if you've ever been to a white party, you know. And it was always either followed or just successed by or produced by Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond, right? I believe so. Whatever. Sweet Caroline, and you almost want to say ba 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 right when you do that, because that'll just get any drunk frat guy in another kind of mood. But going back to Living on a Prayer, the next song is Shot Through the Heart. The Bon Jovi, they have They have our number. That guy has our number. I don't know what it is. There's just some, I guess, hair metal. That's just, but that's all stuff and hips now the thing. I agree with. It's the best. But also, there's a thing with like mainstream music, which just becomes almost honey because it's just more easy to digest, and it's less and less complicated. But that's also a smart thing because when we were in the Baroque period, where like Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, all of them, they were trying to be as smart as possible. But that's also because everyone else was dumb shit. Now we're all at a point where information's easy to get to. We all know more by the age of 6 than people than people that were 60 or at 6. Like it's that kind of thing. We just keep getting smarter and smarter, so we kind of make the music more easy to digest. And I think it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing. You get like Gucci Gang. Obviously, that's not a Moonlight Sonata. But I mean, personally, I think Lil Pump is a little retarded. But that's just me. Apparently, the Platinum album and everyone who bought it doesn't agree. But we can have our own opinions here in America. If you're not listening in America, let me know where you're from. That's kind of cool. International fan would be cool. We're not brought to you by Snickers anymore. They didn't say anything. I just don't feel like plugging those motherfuckers. It's whatever. Alright, I'll just rattle some off. I don't have to describe these. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Sweet Home Alabama. Under Pressure. Shook Me All Night Long. That's the first one where it's like, Alright. Oh, actually interesting. Because Under Pressure, and then after Shook Me All Night Long, it's Ice Baby. And if you guys have a little music history background, you know the controversy between Ice Baby and Under Pressure, but who knows? Cotton Eye Joe. Holy shit. Was that... It's funny now, but I remember being younger. I was just like, what the fuck? Why was this not even invented? I still don't get why it was invented. It doesn't even... Whatever, I'm just gonna... Cotton Eye Joe. That's all I gotta say. That brings me back to, like, gym class when we had to do stupid, coordinated days, or wherever they'd be like, I don't know, a course or a dance or something like that, where it just wasn't a game. That's what I think that was always the thing. It's like, you miss recess, you miss gym, and you miss lunch. But gym, that was the absolute beast of all classes. Ice Baby, Cotton Eye Joe. 500 miles. Oh, boy. No words. Wonderwall. When you make me cry. Buddy Holly. I didn't know anybody recognized that song. See, now we're in new territory. I didn't even read the list. Like I told you, I got to come on Eileen and I had to walk away. It was nuts. I almost want to turn the podcast off and just like start listening to this. Buddy Holly, that is an amazing song. 1,000 miles. What's 1,000 miles? You need a dirtbag. Alright. I don't know these two songs. That just might be my ignorance. I feel like I've known... Yeah. Oh, there's a couple songs I don't fucking know. Red Solo Cup. Oh, that's a country song, right? I think I've heard that. Is that like, Toby Keith? What would you do if the Twin Towers were gone? I don't know. I forget how that goes. I don't care. Mr. Brightside. Man, that'll get every goth bitch in high school going. Every fucking stupid girl like the Killers. Whatever. Never Gonna Give You Up. You almost can't even say that without singing it. That's how catchy it is. I wish I could have been in studio for 80 songs where it's just, we might have a hit in our hands. Now let's go do cocaine. The next one, Eye of the Tiger. Obviously. Chicken Fried, another country song. You know what I like about this? It's a lot of, like, old and new, but, like, just consistently, there's some things that, like, just so infectious. American Pie. Okay. Yeah, that's how it goes. I love rock and roll. Okay, now this is personal. I fucking love Kiss. I think they're the most underappreciated band in the world. They're so different, so new. I remember my cousin. I'm gonna leave her name out. She's in 3rd grade now. So, like, and she just gave up her blankie. Which, I mean, we all have things, but we just gave her blankie. And by the time I was in 3rd grade, I was listening to Kiss. I was starting to play football. I was like, I don't know. There was I don't know. It could have been a household thing too. I don't know. Kind of fucking wild. Yeah, I don't know. I love rock and roll. I do love rock and roll. I can't even say enough about Kiss. That shit just made me. That is the. I was the drummer for Halloween one time. And holy shit, I wish I had a picture, because I probably look gay as fuck. Gay as fuck. For being in, like, I think 5th grade by that point, I remember in 3rd grade, one of these kids, who now is probably in jail, dead, or somewhere slinging heroin. Slinging heroin. Alright. They snitched on me for having a Kiss book. And one of their songs called Hotter Than Hell, and that's what it was named after. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? I showed you this last book, and he was all into it. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It didn't even make sense. I got fucking snitched on. And it was one of those times where, like, I don't know if you, in elementary school, you remember, like, you'd walk past a door, and it was like walk past a zoo. Like, you'd see in the side, and you'd be like, oh my god, what the fuck are they doing there? Or they probably, like, testing launch codes or something. Like, it was all mystery. You never knew. And it's like, I always felt like it was different subjects, and it was either a really smart class or a really dumb class. And I don't know, maybe that's where I was. I don't know. But it was one of those. Like, I got pushed into another room, and we were just gonna hang out there for the rest of the day until our buses were called. And I was just sitting there, and I just wanted to show him this book. I fucking loved this book. I was mature enough. Maybe I was. I don't know. I don't know. I thought I was mature enough to read this. I was like, I got it all. I didn't blow anything out of proportion. It was cool. And I showed him, and he was all into it. And he fucking snitched on me. They took my book till the end of the day. It was my book, bitch. My book. Whatever. Next one. Dancing Queen, ABBA. I gotta put a sound effect on. I'm getting pissed off. Oh, what are we thinking? Oh, I got you. Oh, whatever. This is easy.
Bruh.
You hear that?
Bruh.
Dancing Queen, ABBA. That's a good one. Don't you want me? Oh, that's a murderer of a song. Almost literally. That has a scary backstory, or at least the video does. Oh, there's one. Alright, you know what? I gotta add one to this list that I don't see on here already. And that whole video thing just made me remind me of it. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. You know what? That's everybody. Because they played that at stadiums and every race, and no matter what. That drum comes on. You saw Mike Tyson punch out Zach Galifianakis. That's just that song. I take that back. I'm sorry. I apologize. Dancing Queen, Don't You Want Me? We Will Rock You. What are you going to say? We Will Rock You. The Time Warp. See, I don't know what the fuck that is. And maybe I got to do some research after this. I should have done some research before this, but I didn't know I was going to talk about this. I have a lot of topics to talk about, but I don't really care enough. I'm just going to this is kind of what I'm feeling right now. The Time Warp. I just don't. Hey Jude by the Beatles. That's big. That was one of the only full actual songs I learned how to play on guitar. And you know what? I'll put a little side note. And in my guitar class, we had one of those teachers that were like, they had that Ned Flanders kind of vibe to them, where it was like, "Hey diddly do," and it was just they were cool at the time. But I kind of saw like I don't know, just that like that molten thought process, like that brewing inside. There was something. But even if there wasn't, something came out of him one day where one of the kids in our class, I'll leave his name out too, he's talking, as he tended to do, and you guys know those music stands that they read music sheets of? This guy, the music teacher, slaps the shit out of it and says, "Why won't you shut the hell up?" I'm not going to be exuberant about it. You get the idea. Why won't you shut the hell up? It's good. It was papers went flying. It was so amazing. And it was like, it's one of those times where you like, in school and even now in life, I just want to see something crazy. That's all it comes down to. That's what it boils down to. I just want to see some crazy shit. It's that easy. No more, no less. Give me the crazy. And I got it. Oh, boy, did I get it. I sat there. I had my guitar. I had my fucking, my face, and I was my own body at that point, where it's like, I became like a drone. That like, like those times you just come out of your own body and you become like a drone where you're just looking at shit. That was that time. I was just like, this is dope. This is the coolest shit ever. All right, past Hey Jude. Now Piano Man. That's pretty good. But that's only like an 8 out of 10. Most of these were 10s. Yeah, there's a couple. I should have rated some of them, because some of these are fucking lowbrow. But you know what? The thing about white people, the thing about every race, is that we don't see everybody. You know what I mean? It's like we only see the ones that want to be seen. And, whether that's on purpose or not. Because white people, there's a couple ways. Like, there's flavors of white people. And one flavor is they're gonna fuck their cousin now. They love NASCAR. They live with a beer in their mouth, and disrespect to the beer drinkers. There's that flavor where they have a car on the lawn. The hay out of the mouth, mullets, just sunburnt, and just not making any sense. Not speaking real English, but the ones that like any white sheets in their house have holes in them. Those ones. What? I can't believe they put this one on there. This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. Unless there's a different This Is How We Do It. That's goddamn ridiculous. That's a universal song. And then, I can't even respond to that. So I gotta go to the next two, which are both Train songs. Drops of Jupiter and Hey Sister. Yeah, I remember Hey Soul Sister came on. I was still in school, but that was like, I don't know if you guys remember being in school and just thinking like, well, I'm as old as I'm ever gonna get. This is pop culture right now. This is what's happening. And that was like one of those songs where I was just like, these are the same people that made Drops of Jupiter? Nah. What is this, their last ride? And now I'm looking back, it's like, that wasn't that long before that. But, that's Captain Hindsight. In the end, shit. Well, just put Linkin Park. R.I.P. Chester. Just put Linkin Park, because that'll get bitch jumping. All the Small Things. Oh, Blink-182. Yeah, I mean, I don't really fuck with Blink-182 that much. I thought they were a bunch of whiny bitches. I don't know, I just thought, can you speak English? Can you just enunciate, please? And the last one, this is a personal favorite. One of them, obviously. Stacy's Mom. Buddy, Buddy, is that a fucking jam? I had this song like first grade. Maybe younger. And maybe that's too young. But I like my experience. Because that was... I suggest that one. If I could suggest anyone I don't think anybody's seen, it'd probably be that one. It's really good. I'm Wayne and Stacy's Mom. Just one more time. I'm not going to push it down your throats, but I'm going to try. Exciting. That was all of them. It looked like a lot. Maybe it sounded like a lot, but there's so many more. There's so many more that could get people going crazy, especially of our son, of our hue. Well, yeah, that's kind of a bogus list now. Can't put this as how to do it. Oh no. What is this vote? A government shutdown. What are we talking about? Another one? God damn, this system's corrupt. It's just a horrible system. Yeah, it's like some people feel stupid for not understanding how this thing works. It's like, no, you're not stupid. The system is stupid. I mean, it's probably somewhere in the middle, but it's goddamn ridiculous. What do these people do? Ooh. The Pope getting into some shit. Oh my god. This is why I can't fuck with religion. I'll just read this to you. I'll just do the first paragraph. Santiago, Chile. Pope Francis accused victims of Chile's the most notorious pedophile of slander. How are you gonna... What do you mean slander? Sorry, whatever. I didn't even finish the paragraph. Thursday, an astonishing end to a visit meant to help heal wounds of a sex abuse scandal that cost the Catholic Church its credibility in the country. Well, good. It shouldn't be credible at all. Religion it's a bunch of fucking wizards that think they control the world. Who cares? Oh my god. See, this is all... I don't know. Maybe I'm spoon feeding you guys some wrong information, but this next one. Facebook to prioritize news from high quality and trustworthy sources. By whose opinion? Is Facebook trustworthy? It's a good question, because that's dumb. That's why I don't go on Facebook. It's a bunch of people putting dog videos and murder victims, and like... And people are still talking about the fake issue like he's not a fucking animal. Oh, his girlfriend's now saying stuff. It's like, well, where were you the next day, you dummy? Oh, here's some good news. Could Kim Jong-un go to jail? I'd fuck with that. Or am I going to get drone struck from that? I don't have drones. What the fuck? They have just video cameras taped to RC helicopters. Oh, God. That's pretty interesting. Let's talk about flat Earth for a second. These people, do you think they really believe it? If there's any flat earthers listening, probably not, but if anybody's listening and they know a flat earther, let them know, because I want to know, what the fuck are they thinking? That is craziness. But Big Daddy Elon, the Musky Musk, he dropped some knowledge on them, and they had worst rebuttal. I think there's some kind of Twitter where it's like a foundation or an allegiance, you know, like a super friends of flat earth believers. And Elon tweeted at them So if the Earth is flat, why isn't Mars flat as well? I'm paraphrasing, of course. And they said, well, Mars has been observed to be around. Thank you very much. Again, paraphrased, but pretty much that. And this has to be a goddamn troll, right? It has to be a troll. It's dumb. It was actually dumb. The Earth has been... I should have solved with Galileo. This should have been solved forever. Back to the Catholic Church. The goddamn Catholic Church. I almost wish I was Catholic. Thank God I wasn't, but I almost wish I was, so I had a little more information. You know what I mean? Be a little 007 for the people. But trying to hide that the Earth was round or whatever and wanted more control over people. Now they're accusing people of slander. Makes sense, right? It's like why stop their agenda now? In 2018 space year. I'll tell you why. Because they wouldn't. They wouldn't stop. I almost feel like Alex Jones. That'd be cool. Little info wars. Who would win that info war? The Catholic Church or Alex Jones? The Catholic Church. That'd be an interesting plot. I just thought of Alex Jones. He's the double agent conspiracy theory for all the conspiracy theorists. If Joe Rogan's podcast was just a plot, the whole thing, he knew he was going to say he wasn't. He knew it. I'm over the fucking place. I'm sorry. You know, I'm like, because I still, like I said, with these podcast topics, I always keep the list. Because I just think it'll be like a little scrapbook for me. As gay as that sounds. I just think like down the road it would be nice to see like where my head was at. Even though I don't understand shit I wrote down this week. Oh boy, that's funny. Actually, I don't know if I talked about this last week, but I think I talked about it the first week. About Louis C.K. I can't wait for him to come back. Because I want to see him, but I want to see what he does. I want to see what he names his special. I'm hoping it's the 5 Knuckle special. I don't know. It's just, there's so many opportunities that he could just... I don't know. Who's another person? Yeah, everyone else either... I guess Weinstein jerked off too, but he's going to jail. I saw a pussy double backhand he got like we're in goddamn Europe. Just bring out the glove and duel him if you're gonna do that. Retarded, but I think there would be a great tag team. Is he gonna try to throw people under the bus? Like, is that the move?
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh. Is that the move? How do you even come back from that? That's just walk through that. Whatever your job is, let's say you're famous at it, and I don't want to put this on you, but let's say you know, your conduct wasn't appropriate. And you just got put on blast, and you had to come back to work, and you had to like, not only people forgive you, but be a fan of you again. What do? You sell insurance? You making food? You web designing? You washing cars? Sales? Just sales. That's what he likes to say. You know, I work in sales. Oh yeah, like Wall Street, like stock market sales. No, like sales, like in a store. Okay. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you work in Lenox Mall, like the Gooch store? You know, is he selling working K?
Bruh.
No, They're not. They're working at, I'm trying to think, like pawn shops, I guess you could consider. Who knows? Just like low rent sales. That's a great blank statement. I'm working in sales. Let's get these sound effects going. Oh, this one's to me. Ready?
You need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up.
Advice taken. Maybe one day, but not this week. Maybe some future I'll shut up. But probably not, because I'm enjoying this, and it's going to get to the point where I'm getting a little comfortable on the microphone. You know what I mean? Although, I was going to avoid it, but I have to, because it almost made me want to bring it up when I talked about the yawn and knuckle. I got my first hater, and you know what? I honestly couldn't be more happy. I thought I was gonna wait for my first compliment or anything like that, but I got the first hate. I felt pride. I laughed. I felt pride. I just felt good about it. I knew I'm not gonna say the name. Not gonna say it. Comment. Won't be hard to find. But it made me feel good. I loved it. It was nice. It was like, wow, someone went out of their way to tell me that they were displeased. And you know what? Fuck you. I'm glad you were displeased. I hope you keep listening. And I hope one day you kill yourself. But, it wasn't because of me. Don't put this in court. Don't take that out of context. But, oh, he said it. He gave me permission, so I did it. I don't know. You can't really talk like post-mortem like that. How fucking crazy would that be? Do a podcast and somebody already kills themselves. Kind of a thrill, though, if you think about it. You know what? If I went to jail, which I've been trying to avoid for as many years as I've been alive, and you know what? If I had to go to jail because I said, kill yourself on a podcast, and they did it, I get a little sense of power. I don't know if that's fucked up, but I'd be like, I don't know. That's kind of rad. It's kind of dope, dude. As long as I knew about it, you know what I mean. I'd want to get the credit. Can you imagine that? Some bullshit. I don't know. We always have track of bullying, so we could crack king bully. We have movie bullies. You know, I like to base my life off the jock from Revenge of the Nerds. Nerds! That's always a good one. You know, you can smell that fucking virginity in the air. What you contours? Oh, it's a good time. You guys, if you're driving, again, I'm gonna do a weekly honk. I just want you to, or roll up your windows, you know what I mean, and just that's what I want this to be. It's almost an event. It's an event for me. It's an event for you. It's just an event. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. Just vent. The reason podcast is just an expression. That's what I'm doing. So I want you to lock up your room, soundproof your room, put the windows up. You know what I mean? Hit that lock. Hit it a couple times. Make sure you hear that gear change or whatever that says at the door, and just yell whatever you want. You know what I mean? Preferably not racist. I don't need that kind of hate in the world, but if you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? Get it off your chest. Fuck it. It's better than getting beaten up. You know what I mean? That'd be some shit. Imagine living your whole life thinking it's right to be racist, and the reason you died is because you were racist. I think that's pretty much a lesson not to be racist, right? Some people don't see it like that. Some people just confirm their suspicions. What is that? That was the messed up part. The real messed up part. The civil rights movement. It's like, black people couldn't even say what was wrong. They felt like they were gonna get killed for it. It's crazy. But it almost comes full circle. It's like, now white people can't say anything. And like the minority aspect of it almost is like the best offense is a good defense, or almost vice versa. It's like black people were on their heels so long from the civil rights movement. Now it's like a weapon. Which, I mean, how blame them? I mean, to what aspect? They're just people. We're all people. We're just gonna use everything we can to our advantage. And that's our nature. It's like, why would you do something that's going to be harder for yourself when you have an easy out here? I don't really have much of an opinion. Actually, I tried to get somebody on the podcast to discuss these kind of matters. And I didn't get a... Oh, yeah. One followed another and followed the other. As in, I followed them, they didn't follow me. No harm, no foul. Just could have cleared some things up. I thought it would have been a good discussion. You know what I mean? Pretty open-minded. I see everybody as equals. The only thing that isn't equal is culture. You know what I mean? Speaking of culture, the first Migos, that sounded like Cass. That sounded like Hillary Clinton hot saucing. Oh, how amazing was that? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, another moment to just pause. Look up Hillary Clinton hot sauce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should have paused then. That amazing. She was on the Breakfast Club. They said, what do you one thing you always carry on you? Even though she could have said fucking ID, cell phone, shit. Goddamn hot sauce. Why don't you just say an arrow pick? I mean, say a wave cap. What's wrong with you? No wonder you fucking lost. You see her, it looks like Pennywise. It's like, what kind of smile is that? It was Pennywise versus versus the Creeper from Scooby-Doo. So Pennywise versus the Creeper. Obviously, you're gonna pick the Creeper because you don't want Pennywise in the goddamn office. Even though Pennywise, let's say Pennywise was a government official, and they were just gonna move things right along. Development. And but let's go back to the Creeper. Trump. There's like I see like the unemployment up, the stocks up, welfare is down. Well, it's like, of course employment's gonna go up if your jobs are fucking destroying nature. He's coming after parks and he's trying to get all the natural resources and just turning this country into a business. And there's a thing about society. It's like we're all in a rush, 100%, and it's kind of crazy. I don't this rat race where everybody needs to be famous. Everybody has to. What is it, like old saying? It's like you're only promised 2 things: death and taxes. It's like I was only promised death, motherfucker. And like taxes, they're nice because it's like a community thing. We all pull together to get shit done. But it's like, there's gotta be a better way. There just has to be a better way for everybody to kind of coexist and make sure it's a smooth. It shouldn't be a machine. It shouldn't be this. Now it feels like pirate radio. If you're still out there, man, you're still kicking ass. But it's just one of those things. There's gotta be a better way to get through life, and maybe it's just not now. Maybe we're just too primitive. It's probably going to be like, once there's so many people. The future's probably VR. Honestly. It's got to be. It's like, there's going to be a way that we plug ourselves in, slow shit down. So it's like we're living a whole lifetime in VR. Or something like that. We come out. That's the next day we do the job. Maybe that's life, though. That always bothered me. It's like, the single consciousness that every person has. It's like, what separates my point of view consciously from somebody else's? I don't get it. You know what I mean? We're all in our own bodies, but what makes us see out of our body? If that makes sense. I'm not trying to be like dippy hippie about it, but I just think there's something weird where it's like, why am I seeing out of my body? And this just got into a whole nother conversation, but that's been the whole podcast. Why isn't there like some reason to explain why I see out of my eyes, somebody can't? And like, obviously I get it. I can't see through somebody's eyes. We're not made out of plastic or metal where we can just integrate parts like that, but it's not that why can't I see out of somebody else's. It's like, why do I see out of mine? And that's probably just down the road. So that's the worst part. It's like, we all feel like we're so smart and like we have everything figured out for the most part, technology wise. But like, we watch videos from the 90s, you see how far we are now. And just imagine when people were pirates drinking rum on a boat trying not to get scurvy. It's like, they thought they were the pinnacle. We think we're the pinnacle, obviously. But it's like, when is this train gonna stop? What is the exit? When are we done? When do we? Because we already won. Think about it. Like, us as animals, all we had to do was figure out shelter and home, and that, shelter and food. And now it's just elevated to the point. It's like, well, yeah, your house, duh. Of course you have somewhere to live. But how many TVs do you have? And it's like, well, when do we win? You know what I mean? What's the score have to be? How many innings are in this thing? Well, that's 50 minutes, 52 minutes already. Wow, we're almost at the end of this thing already. It's been a conversation. I've enjoyed talking to you, beautiful people. I'll get more comments. And guys, like I said, trolls, welcome. The like one little hateful comment made my week. It almost made me want to do this podcast as much as I did before, and I'm enjoying this a lot. So that was just a little icing on the cake. Speaking of cake, here's a little story just to close this up. I had a birthday party once, and it was at a local establishment called Laser Quest, which is a laser tag place, and I highly suggest it, but hopefully too many motherfuckers don't go. I haven't been there all. Maybe it's closed. I hope it's not, but cause that place is just super heat in a good way. It's just the best. And
you need to shut the fuck up.
and
you need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up.
Alright. Shit, what was I talking about with the Laser Quest? Oh yeah, the cake. They have 2 rooms for like separate birthday parties. And I haven't been there a lot. I had it there my senior year of high school. That's how much I fucking love that place. So yeah, that was like only a couple years ago. So couldn't have been that long. It's probably not closed. But I was in one of these rooms. It was my birthday, not senior year, but might as well have been. But and everyone was in the room. It was a good time. It was a great time. Everybody's chilling. And then it's cake time. So we do the little song. I blow out the candles. And my mom says, oh, we have your birthstone in the sprinkles or some shit like that, like in the cake. I was like, what? Which, first off, I should have just looked her in the eyes and said, the fuck? I don't care. But you know how things goes. She said, look at it. I was like, what? And my eyes are great. So I couldn't see it. So maybe I can't see it. And I was like, there. And she just pointed there. And I got close to smell it. And she bopped my fucking head into it. And that just... I got furious. And listen, if any parents listen or ever listen to this, don't you fucking do that to anybody. That pissed me off so goddamn bad. I ran into the bathroom. It ruins the cake and it ruins the birthday. It just does. It just does. Like you waste a cake. I'm a fat guy. You can't do that. You know what I mean? I've always loved food. And if any of you cake lovers, I don't even like desserts, but I love my birthday cake. I really don't for desserts like that. But birthday cake, you just can't touch that. It's sacred. Absolutely ridiculous. That's 2 stories in a goddamn week that I've been fired up about now. I don't sound like it because I'm controlling myself. But trust me, I'm jumping out of my skin right now. Trust me. I'm so mad. But, I had to run to the bathroom and get icing out of my face. And, like, it was sweet because it was sugary and it was salty because of my tears. And I was just pissed and everywhere. And I didn't know whether to get off, wipe it off. It was a fucking disaster. And she tried to apologize. And I was like, the fuck? No, you just don't do that. I don't like pranking people. Pranking people's the fucking worst. Why would you do that? What, you sadistic motherfuckers just enjoy seeing people get fucked up. It doesn't make any sense. Oh boy. This is going to be a long little wrap up because I have to use the bathroom. There's no way to pause this. Wait a minute, there is, but I'm not going to do that to you. I want a long, full hour of the BK Lounge, the biggest podcast in the world. Oh, that was a huge spike. I'm watching like the waves of the audio as we do this, and every once in a while when I make a sound, I'm like, that might have been too much. Might have been way too much, but I think that was all right. That was probably the loudest sound you're going to hear. Well, we have a solid 3 minutes left. I'm gonna try to. I have another story to tell, or is this gonna have to be a wrap up? I really don't. All right, I'll just tell you a quick story. One time at football, I had asthma, and for some reason we had to run afterwards. Certain players, and not only was the practice hard, so I was gasping. But the thought of running more afterwards really just kicked in. And I was trying to catch my breath. But then I missed my breath. As in, I couldn't fucking breathe. So we were sitting there. It was at the end like, alright, break it down. I don't know if you guys ever played football. But that's the practice. And I was sitting. And just sitting in the back of I was taking a knee. And I was in the back of the little circle there. And I was like photosynthesis from SpongeBob. Photosynthesis. But I almost got the fucking EMT called on me. Everybody went back inside, and they had to bring the trainer out at the end of practice. I took all my shit off, and I was so. Another loud noise, as in the audio waves, but that's just a little story. I just fucking died. I don't want to almost think stories. Wow. I gotta write these down, actually. Put these on topics. I have a couple of stories I'll tell next week. But, this is a minute and 10 seconds, and this is over. So I gotta thank you. Episode 3 of the BK Lounge. I hope you guys watch the UFC 220 tonight. Legally, illegally, whatever. You know what I mean? Do what it do. You know what? You don't want to, you don't have to. This is a free country. You know what I mean? Ain't no fucking pope here. So just do what you gotta do. Live your life. And I just gotta ask you, tune in next time. It'll be up Tuesday. This one will be up Saturday. Then we got Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. It's a thing. So I hope you join me. Follow the Twitter at BK Lounge Podcast. BK Lounge Podcast on Snapchat. It's all I gotta do, and I appreciate it. Even my SoundCloud, just look up Britton Knosp, the name of the YouTube channel, and I just appreciate everything. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the supports, all the followers, and I hope you guys have a fucking day. You know what I mean? Peace out, dogs.